for anyone that's new to my page, I need people to understand that you may need to delve a little bit more deeper than you're thinking to really understand what's going on in my life, and understand that the events that I talk about have been led up to, in the sense that there's been a clear progression from offline intimidation tactics to online and offline, in a progression of both. I can go in more in depth on each and every way that these people right here, that you can see me pointing my clicker to, are after me and have threatened not only global annihilation if I say anything, but they have threatened bio warfare. They have threatened my life. They have threatened anyone's life in which I tell anything to or knows anything about me. And I'm going ahead and telling people anyway because I know their agenda better than anyone in the entire universe, which is why they're after me more than anyone. One of the many reasons. Now, let's take a leap down the rabbit hole. Let's take a step outside the box, and let's think outside the box here. Let's open up Pandora's box here, and let's just say that I can prove to you these people exist, not only in my life, but I can prove they exist even without showing you all the conversations I have with them. I have had conversations with them online and offline and have gotten many admissions from them in ways that you might not understand until you see them. Now you'll have to be very, very, very patient with me to really see every single thing you need to know. So what you need to know is pay attention to his necklace and his pants and the M on his shirt. These are Masonic Illuminati symbols, the Freemasons, and they call each other brother. Freemasons are usually commonly associated with the Illuminati, and they call each other brother. I've had many people contacting me, online and offline, trying to intimidate me into joining them, and they call me brother. They call me hello friend, hello buddy, and they've intimidated me and threatened me many times to stay silent about what I talk about, what I preach about, what I represent, and who I am. And that's not going to happen. So I need everyone to do the mature thing, be polite, empathetic, and caring, and do something good, and spread this video. If you've seen my other videos, you would know what's going on already. But time is running short. You don't understand. You may think you know what an alien is. You may think you know what a shapeshifter is. You may think that there's good ones, because they're trying to tell me the same thing. They're trying to say that they're God, my family, my father, and angels, and aliens, and all these things, and they're trying to tell me I have to stay silent, that they'll nuke anyone, they'll kill anyone who knows about me, and all these crazy things, and all these crazy threats. But the best thing to do is not cave into fear, and not submit to fear, and don't negotiate with terrorists. And I think the best thing to do here is to turn them into the authorities, of which I am doing, and I have more than enough proof to prove these people are real. And like I mentioned, I can prove that they are real in my life, and I can prove that they're real all around the world. The devil is called the dragon in the Bible. Satan is called the serpent in the Bible. And the Satanic Illuminati is known by being run by lizard shapeshifters. Lizards are reptilians. Lizards are serpents. The devil is Satan. The Satanic Illuminati is actually just run by Satan. The devil is real. And these people, a lot of them, over 80%, because sometimes people who do the okay sign anyways, have made a deal with the devil. And they are infiltrating humanity in order to take your rights away, take your guns away, take your free speech away. They want to corrupt you and corrupt your children. They want to torture you, and they want to eventually imprison you and turn the world into a prison planet. This may sound insane that this is real, but it is very real, and they have contacted me for what I talk about. And this is exactly the type of things that I talk about. I talk about politics, I talk about psychology, I talk about human history, I talk about human behavior, I talk about all sorts of different religions, I talk about all sorts of things across human history. I talk about so many things that they have told me to be quiet. Now, let me tell you, let me show you what happened the first day that I tried to make my alien disclosure, they're already here page. And let me start off by saying these people, these very same people, watch me and stalk me on a day-to-day basis. I try to get as many footage in as many pictures and photographs as I can to show all you in the short amount of time everyone has before something big happens. There will be a nuclear, terrorist, or biohazard soon. You can count on that. And it's not my threats, it's their threats, and I know them. I know their agenda is getting bigger and bigger, progressing like a snowball. But so is my evidence upon them, my ability to be able to get the government to watch me and listen to me. And I think anyone with a single cell brain cell in their mind would know that I don't sound like the normal, average, crazy person. The first day I was going to post my alien disclosure page, there was a man sitting right behind me with a shirt that said Offline Society. Might not seem too suspicious, but until you take a look at what happened a couple minutes later. A little bit later, all of a sudden this happened. A man walking by with the shirt said Crew on it. And then a little bit later, a man with the shirt said Heroes. And no one really else was sitting down. And then they've also done other things with people's shirts, where they'll have a shirt walking by that says something like God on it in just an all black shirt, or a shirt that'll say there are no humans, there's no such thing as humans, or I miss the humans. They'll put lizard stuffed animals all around the stores and facing, like they'll mess with my food. They'll do all sorts of weird intimidation tactics on me. They'll even walk right by me and make nuclear threats, make threats upon my life, and just walk away knowing I can't really record it fast enough. Then what am I gonna do? Go up to someone and say, "What did you just say?" And then they're just not gonna say anything. They're gonna repeat themselves on camera. The best I was able to get was that guy with the Mason stuff everywhere. Probably because they know I'll just sound crazy. Because no one wants to believe in the obvious. I'd say it's pretty obvious what's going on. But that's just me. So I'd suggest watching all these videos and understanding that these nuclear global biological warfare threats are real, and they're after me for a reason, because I must know something if they're after me. So there's also a bunch of people trying to say that they're God and Jesus and to me and angels and aliens, and even admitting to them, saying that they're aliens and things like that. So a little suspicious, right? Like I've talked about this man before. The Illuminati has tried reaching out to me in less obvious ways, but also more obvious ways. Hello there, Hayden. He's the chief recruiter at Illuminati Recruit. I'm aware of the lizards after you. I have footage of and conversations with satanic lizard people. We're here to protect you. No, you're not. And then he goes into this weird stuff where I know that there's fake Illuminati people doing that too, and I'm aware of these things, but I have to add that with every single thing else that's going on. And there's a bunch of people online, such as this woman right here, Paula Benton. You can look at her page. Tyler Christopher Senate, you can look at what his old page was, all saying that they're Jesus. Logan Webb saying that they're Jesus. A bunch of other people trying to say they're from Venus, that they're shapeshifters, that there's good aliens, there's good reptilians, people admitting to being reptilians. I have footage of all this stuff. Footage of everything. I mean, no costumes, no actors, nothing. Just all I need is someone to trust me and call me and actually come to me and do something. Um, I mean, I make a living off of studying these people, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Even them, people admitting to being alien infiltrators, such as these people. People call me brother all the time. I mean, all I need is someone to actually ask. People saying they're angels in human form and all this crazy, strange stuff. Saying they're the Holy Spirit. I mean, I'm really looking for someone to stop one the evidence. And when I give evidence, it seems like no one happens to watch it probably because of the powers that be. So I need someone to step up and actually call me and talk to me and kind of make sense why they're after me, what I speak about, what I study, and all I know. So please, the story goes deeper than you could ever imagine if you just talk to me and understand what is really going on you've been blinded from, and that no one really understands what's really going on. I may not know or understand stuff if you really want to feel, better than me or smarter than me, but hey, whatever. I'm just the only one they're hunting like this, so this must be something different about me, I would say. I think that should be pretty obvious, so please, call me. I don't really have a number right now, so email me, Hayden Alon at yahoo.com, LON. So, or just Facebook me. I'm always not to. If I don't answer, something's going on. Because I'm not a fake account. These aren't bots. These aren't paid actors. I don't have enough money to do that. If I had more money, I would just get more ads. That's it. So, let's hope someone's smart enough to be able to know that this isn't normal at all. I mean, there's actually a woman that sleeps next to me or near me where I sleep, and she showed up one day from on a mattress that was left there from another guy who's out knowing Jesus, and the mattress has girls on it. I told you they want to turn me into a little girl and a dog, and they try to threaten me with all that stuff, and they do it online and offline, and all this weird stuff, and all of a sudden she's there, she starts saying that Jesus is Lucifer's brother, and started saying that the devil works for God, started saying that she was like my mother, and that the other people are okay, and I don't have to be scared of them anymore, but then she just pretends to be crazy all the time, and I'd say it's needs for concern. I mean, you ever seen Simpsons where they put the dome over the city? I'd say that's what we need. Every single person in the entire world needs to be checked out with like flashlights, like ET, but the evil version. Um, and everyone should be checked out and asked, and questioned, and asked, and who's who, why you're here, where'd the other person go? Did you replace them? Were you born? How do you make it look like you were born? Do you shapeshift to make it look like you're getting older? I mean, these are questions the government should be asking themselves, and the government probably doesn't know how evil they really are, because the government that works with, say, greys or any other species, I'd say with quotes, they don't understand it's a hive mind of semi-related species that are all part of a satanic evil cult that is aimed at dismantling and dividing humanity against itself, on itself, to hurt itself and perpetuate a system that feeds on itself and eats itself and is cancerous to itself that spreads the cancer, and everyone will become like a mind virus where you get someone into sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You get someone being unforgiving and impolite and uncaring, and they'll spread it based on their behaviors and their emotions and what entertainment they produce and what they speak, what they talk about, everything. And they're trying to promote these personality traits and these personalities, these emotions, these behaviors through entertainment, and it gets addicting. And it's like monkey see, monkey do, and you have to study psychology of conformity. You have to study lots of different psychological things that they don't want anyone knowing, and I'm the only one that really knows it anymore. So I just sound crazy and insane to everyone when I'm one of the smartest people in the entire universe when it comes to specifically psychology and history and religion, and everyone's being led astray in a way where um, the sane will be deemed insane, and anyone going against the grain of being insane will be deemed insane, like kind of like an idiocracy type of thing. The movie, look it up. This is all very real stuff, and these people hate me, and they can't really assassinate me or anything because it'll kind of be obvious everything I'm talking about is real. So I'm kind of stuck here waiting for someone to actually notice me and do something, because it's like they even want to marionette, like a puppet. A marionetter is someone who controls puppets. They want to guide and craft and sculpt and control and manage and be able to control the limits of and where your possibilities are when it comes to what you can believe, what you might think, what you might believe, what you might say, what you should do, what you might do, in all these ways with who your role models are. And these are all very important. Like, why are you the way you are? Why are your friends the way your friends are? Are you only you because of your friends? Are your friends only your friends because of you? I mean, what did you grow up on? Who raised you? Did your parents raise you, or did TV raise you? Um, what was it like 20 years ago versus 20 years from now? How is society progressing? These are very important questions to ask yourselves, and understand that what keeps a society progressing forward and propelling forward and producing good humans that maintain um, the and produce good for the rest, because is failing and being collapsed upon. The things that produce a good society are being collapsed. The things that produce a good society aren't being produced. Who's going to want to be doctors and police officers and firefighters? Who's going to be inventing things? Who are going to be the people that don't commit the crimes and aren't mentally ill and aren't mentally drug addicted? And who are going to be the people that go out of their way to donate to charity and do the good things? How do you produce humans like that versus how do you not? After a while, the system will collapse and a house divided cannot stand and will eventually fall. And that is what my awareness page is about. And it's about things like viewing the whole world as if it were one organism. And I would say that it's a blind organism, metaphorically, almost literally, walking off a cliff that it doesn't know is real, it doesn't know it's real, and it's schizophrenic in nature, almost near delusional, which is part of the schizophrenia part, and has some sort of dissociative identity disorder because represented the different aspects of how disassociated society is to its effects on itself and others, not just countries and cultures and religions and all the ways humans divide each other and how humans group each other like Skittles in ways that end up making everyone divided against each other, which is what exactly the Illuminati wants people to do. Is they want the left versus the right, the black versus the right. They want everyone to see differences in each other and begin stereotyping and have everyone xenophobic and taking sides. And eventually, they want a civil war to collapse the West and a World War III to be perpetuated. A World War III to be um, all the time, a perpetual World War III where there will be perpetual pain, and they want to make everyone gay and trans, where then the gay and trans people will be defanged and harmless and will be able to fight back, and will also be on the side of wanting to take away the guns and the free speech. And also, if you gotta understand, the Satanic Illuminati is that God's real, and their interpretation of God is that God hates gay and trans people and will hate anyone who listens to music and is sinning. So they want to make everyone sin and do all these bad things. And you have to know thy enemy and know thyself and study the art of war like I do. And you have to understand who your enemy is. And the enemy is reptilian shapeshifters who disguise themselves as human beings. And if you want to go an extra mile and say the end times have begun and there is, say, a Jesus in disguise somewhere, you never know where he is. And then there's also these reptilians everywhere. These are just my theories. I mean, you can go and think on your own. I mean, lots of different people have religions and philosophies that they think about, and I try and talk about as much as I'm, allowed to for now, and disclose the rest for later. If you can fill in the blanks on that, I mean, circle back a little bit, a couple minutes, within a minute, and understand what I'm trying to say, and understand what I'm telling you, and understand that this is a warning and you have to be able to really hear what I'm saying, not let it go out the other ear, and really be able to see what I'm getting at in the sense of where's future going? Where's the future going? It's not going anywhere good, and it's not going to get better, and it's not going to be sustainable, and it's not going to be stagnant. It's not going to have a natural inclination and decline like some people think life has. The amount of people telling me that they're Jesus and God and angels and alien shapeshifters is concerning. That the governments should be involved in that these people should be watched and put on watch lists from afar. And the thing is that since there's wolves in sheep's clothing everywhere, who's to say that a government official one day won't believe in me and then have it passed off to someone else who's one of them and just forgets about it, and then they think, oh, I guess that guy was just crazy. And so, what I'm looking for now is to create a society, a community where it is an anti-Satanist movement. I don't mean gay trans people. I don't mean human freedom. I don't mean sexuality. I don't mean anything like that. I mean a anti-evil movement, an anti-alien movement, a pro-love, pro-unity, pro-anything. Not even pro-religion, just pro-human in general. Pro-good moral belief systems, good moral structures, things that produce good human beings, pro that, anything like that, something similar to and related to that, and nothing else, and have a good backbone for creating a community that will be drawing in attention like magnets, and have people on our side to be able to get the government to listen to us, and have them make them, force them, make them look for the reptilian shapeshifters and make sure that they're not wolves in sheep's clothing themselves, because that would be not good. that would be very bad to do, to let reptilians walk around on Earth because people are scared to do anything about it. So, I'd say that it's time people stand up and do something in a non-violent and peaceful manner that would never incite any riots or violence or anything, and understand that without it is basically like humanity is on a train is coming. They don't even see the train coming. They think they do. They think they know what the train is. But they think the train's more like a you know like a toy car, and that they don't have to worry about it. When really it's a train coming, they think there's a cliff, but there's a bouncy house at the bottom of it. People don't really know it's the true danger they're in. It's like your apartment complex is burning down, and you think, well, I'll be okay tonight. When the next night, another apartment's down, and then another apartment's down. It's like a slow burning fire. And eventually, it's gonna be like a gas fire, an oil fire, electric fire, all at once, all around you. You're not gonna be able to do anything about it. It's like locking yourself in a basement. It's there's so many metaphors and analogies for this that I'm running out of them. I need to make more because apparently no one can hear me yet. Everyone wants to pretend that you want to say God's gonna save you. Well, faith without works is dead. Carry a crucifix. Sacrifice your life. You're not following your own Bible. You're doing what the devil wants you to do, sitting like fish in a barrel. So I'd say that's pretty dumb to play the devil's plans because know thy enemy, know thyself, study the art of war, study what I studied. Open your eyes. It says that Jesus Christ can heal your blindness. Maybe that was a metaphor. So I need people to understand what's really at risk here, and you're at risk. They're after you. I'm just in their way. So I hope that people can understand that they need to do something in a non-violent manner because they want you to get violence. They could declare some sort of martial law and just take away your free rights. And then eventually, if there's ever an EMP attack, which are, I've been threatened about that too, no one's gonna be able to do anything. It's gonna be a bunch of aliens walking around. It's gonna be like the Purge.